Welcome to another video, everyone. Today we are going to be checking out this map. It is called Faster Than Light. Now, most of you may have played it. The first time I played it, I believe I played it with Mr. Tumnus. He's a very famous somewhat of a trolly man, but he's a very unique fellow. He loves to use transports on this map and take over your base and blow it up with his D-gun with the commander. So it's a very unique map. Now, one important thing about this map is the fact that there is no wind. And another unique thing about this map is that I have seen it played with 3v3s, 4v4s, 1v1s. It has a lot of just very unique potentials with it. It can be used for all sorts of things, very differently from other maps. So if you are playing it, just keep in mind that there is 0 wind speed, so that means that energy is going to be extremely valuable. Another thing that's important with it is the fact that there's there's a decent amount of metal for a 1v1 and a decent amount of metal for a 2v2, but once you start getting into 3v3s and 4v4s, the amount of metal that you have on this map starts to feel very small and shrink in how much it appears to have. So definitely keep that in mind. Due to the fact that there's limited energy, metal goes pretty quick. On this map, it is very important to get a transport up here on this metal. This is a great location for visibility. You can get radar right here, and then you have vision of this whole area, and so this is a very pivotal location. Not to mention, you have the direct outlook of this geothermal plant, and geothermal plants on this map are extremely valuable due to the fact that there's no wind. Any map with no wind and you see a geothermal plant, this now becomes a very huge strategic resource, because that's going to be your cheapest energy you can find for quite a while before hitting your T2. So definitely fight for these if you get the chance to. A lot of players, when they play, they will go this direction because it has the most metal in its vicinity. So we'll give you an example. How many metal spots is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so there's 22 metal spots if you go this direction, all within a relatively close proximity. Now, if you go this direction, you have a lot less, it'd be about like this. All of this, a little bit less. So you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So you have quite a bit less metal in this area, and it's not as closely knit together. So going this direction is good to do more passively, whereas going this direction is good to do more aggressively because of the amount of metal that you can get from it, and it's closer together. That's just an important thing. Also, getting vision early is really important, because the fact that there's this middle tile here, it's only accessible from air or spiders. So what a lot of people will do is they'll fly their transport here, and then maybe even fly their transport down to your base and try to kill your base here with the D-gun. So you want radar so that you can see things when they're coming. You want the ability to shoot them down, so probably some anti-air. And you also want to capture this middle area as quick as you can. So just because of how pivotal it is, you can rain down rocket bots across the top. You can build a single gauntlet up here, and the gauntlet's going to have like very large range, He can take, you know, if depending on where you place him, he could hold off all of this whole area for you. So gauntlets, very, very valuable. Just all sorts of things can be used up on that cliff a lot better than they can be used anywhere else. So just keep that in mind when you're playing it. I honestly have not seen this map go much later than maybe T2. Once you hit T2, it begins to descend into a bit of chaos, just how close everything is together, especially in a if there's multiple people in the game, it can get pretty insane. So just keep in mind your matches might not be as long if you end up playing this map, but it's a very fun map. Strategies for trying to kill the enemy. One is definitely to fly your transport sneakily over, drop your commander, and degun their base. If you do that, it's almost a GG instantly for the commander that lost his base, because now you get a full economy and they have nothing. So it's pretty rough if that ever happens. That's why you have to defend against it pretty heavily. That's one strategy of winning. The other strategy of winning is just getting this middle section and controlling this geothermal plant. That is my favorite strategy for winning, is just controlling this center area and then holding it well. Another thing you could try doing that I am often, when I play this map, so focused on this side of the map that I neglect this side completely. So I don't have as much like accurate strategies for this side. But what I imagine you can do, especially if it's a 1v1, is you can bring your troops around here and try to sneak in and hit the back line. It's not guaranteed to happen. They probably have some defenses here if they're smart, but you could sneak in, try to kill their base, or you could sneak in and try to kill some of their economy here. It just really depends what's available. But having like some of your raiding units going towards the back while your frontline units fight over this middle section would be a decent strategy as well. Also send at least one con to capture these mexes all game, and maybe a couple other units to defend while he's capturing them. Because even though it takes longer to capture metal doing that, it's still worth a lot. It's very valuable, especially if it's not being contested. So yeah, those are some ideas for this map. I'm not going to do a huge video on it because it usually ends by the time T2 comes, just based on how the map works. And yeah, enjoy it. Don't be scared of it. Give it a chance. And I hope this was a helpful video for those who may not have seen the infamous map, Faster Than Light. And as always, I'll see you on the battlefield.